Sure, they play pretty quick ball, so they're going to test Lewis County's stamina and run it up and down the floor a bunch.
Yeah, I know today I was looking up some stuff on Russell, and it looked like they had played in the Queen of the Bluegrass tournament, which is a pretty illustrious tournament.
Yeah, they play some tough teams. So the record 7-7 doesn't really show how good of a team they are because they play some stiff competition.
Right. So just to kind of further set the stage a little bit, this is the second district game here in the regular season for Lewis County, and it's always an all-important seeding games. In the regular season, kind of helps you out a little bit in that first round, gets you to Moorhead in the region, and it's a big game here.
Yeah, especially being at home, it's always fun to play in front of the home crowd, and being at the high school, it's just being a small gym, it's loud, and we got fans showing out for both teams, so the house is packed, and we're ready to play some basketball.
Right. And, there's quite a few, like Logan said here. The pet band's not with us tonight, but we got the cheerleaders. And, there's several people out and about tonight, so it's good to see a good crowd. I know when we was here Tuesday night, we had a big crowd Tuesday night as well, and the gym was really rocking. And, the girls came out and played hard, and they had a big game that night. As we're getting ready to start here with the starting lineups, and, there's a – what'd you say, Steele for Russell? She's 21 points?
Yep, 21 points away from 2,000 for her high school career.
Scored 2,000 points in high school. That's a big number. That's not done by very many. So it'll be interesting tonight to kind of see what Coach Fight's game plan is to stop her, and see how well we can execute it tonight. As tonight, Lewis County's going to be wearing their white uniforms with red letters. Trimmed out in blue, and Russell's in their black with their maroon letters trimmed out in gold. As we're starting to get some starting lineups here, and Russell's coached by Mandy Lane, and Lewis County's coached by head coach Jay Fight. So you ready with some starting lineups there, partner?
Yes, sir. With Russell's announcing their 5, Shaylin Steele, Bella Quinn, Kennedy Darnell, Josie Atkins, and Hannah Sanders. As Lewis County goes to announce their starting 5, we'll have number 4, Maddie Johnson, number 10, Caitlin Arnold, number 50, Carrie Ann Highfield, number 12, Sarah Page Weddington, and number 24, Liv Campbell. On the floor for Russell, they got 3 juniors, a freshman, and 1 senior. So they're still young, and they're still ready to attack next year. No matter what happens with the rest of this year, they're going to have everybody but Josie Atkins as a starting 5 coming back next year. So they're going to be a strong team again.
Yeah, they'll definitely be another team, looking in the future that, Lewis County's still going to have to contend with, and, have that, big competitor. As we got 3 officials here tonight with us.
Roy Wright, Davey Anderson, and Ryan Tomalonis.
So 2 of the 3 we had Tuesday night. We got one guy different there. As we're getting set here for tip-off tonight in the Lewis County High School Gymnasium. The stage is set, and we're ready to play some ball. And if I forgot to mention, my partner here, Logan Lyles, and I'm Tyler Lyles, bringing you the action here tonight live from the high school. As the whistle's blown, the tip's going up, and Lewis County gets the opening possession of the game as it's Weddington tipped it to Campbell. Lewis County getting set in their offense here. Pass goes into Weddington over on the wing. Weddington couple dribble back out to Arnold. High screen there set by Highfield. Swing pass over to Johnson. Johnson pump fake, looks to drive. Gets it back out to Arnold. Arnold bringing the ball over on the right side, looking to reset the offense again. And Arnold passes the ball down low, and it's deflected, and Russell's coming back the other way. Pass comes over to Steele. Steele drives and gets it off, and the 3 from the right wing is up, and it's an air ball. Rebound for Steele. Steele goes back up with it and puts it in for Russell. So Steele's already starting. She made a good drive and kick, and the girl missed a shot, but she got the rebound and put it back up and in for Russell.
And like I said, they're already, testing the stamina. Their defense in the half court was really active, and they're starting with a 1-2-2 man press right here.
Yeah, and Lewis County gets it across to Weddington in the center, back over to Campbell on the right wing. Campbell brings it back out top as Russell. Almost looks like Russell fell back into a zone there, Logan.
Yeah, I think they're big.
One dribble, takes it to the right and lays it in up off the glass. So nice strong move there by Weddington as Campbell was able to get the ball to her in the middle. You get in the middle of that zone, you can start exploiting some of that.
I'm sure that was Mandy Lane's big focus point for Russell, was to try and contain Weddington with a 26-17 clip last night or Tuesday night against Raceland, trying to contain her and make us hit shots again, which is what I'm sure they're doing in that 2-3 zone.
Steele's got it out top for Russell. Over to Atkins, back to Steele. Steele's shot fake and drives to the right side and falls back with a short jumper missed. Campbell with the board for Lewis County, and she's looking to drive. Gets the pass ahead to Arnold. Arnold thinks about it and gets it back to Campbell.
Probably one of the most open shots.
Yeah, she was pretty open, but we got a good look here with Weddington with it down low, and she missed it. She's chased down her own rebound. Weddington backs in the defender and gets it swiped away from her. Steele coming back on attack here for Russell. Russell with a jump shot from the left elbow, and it's up and good for Josie Atkins for Russell.
Russell back into the 1-2-2 press.
Almost a 2-1-2.
Just making sure they're containing Weddington in the middle of that zone.
I think they're just trying to chase a little bit and wear Lewis County down because, really Lewis County's what, 6-7 deep?
Yep.
Johnson with a three from, and she banks that in from the left wing for Maddie Johnson. It don't matter how they go in, they go in. Steele drives back down the lane and pulls back for a jumper, and it's up off the rim. Carrie Ann with the rebound for Lewis County. She battled pretty hard for that as Campbell's going back on the attack with a nice crossover, and she spins down the lane, goes up and gets fouled. That's a nice aggressive play there from Campbell.
Good on the fast break to kind of try and get in there and get 2 points up.
Right, so currently it's 5 minutes, 11 seconds left, and Logan didn't miss it on the pregame. We're getting up and down early. It's fast-paced. Lewis County's 5, Russell 4 as Campbell's first shot goes up and in for Lewis County.
That's one thing. I'm not sure how deep Russell's bench is, but I'm sure it's deeper than 6, so they can sub in and out and get fresh legs in more often than we can.
Right. Campbell's checking shots on its way, and it's in. 7-4, and it's off the rim. Steele with the rebound. Steele's back up with it and puts it in for Russell.
Looked like Highfield might have got shoved
in
the back.
She got shoved
there.
in the back when you go up and you bow. 2 hands in your backside, and I think that's what we've seen there. Lewis County's kind of got this press breaker figured out as Highfield puts up a 3 from the corner and almost went in. Russell coming back on the attack quickly as they pass ahead over to Atkins on the left side here. She throws up an air ball jumper, and the ball's going to go out of bounds to Lewis County. So Lewis County set here to inbound. We had a substitution there for Russell into the game's number 11, Gabby Osborne.
Almost threw it away there on the press.
Yeah, we did on the inbounds pass, and wasn't even any pressure really. Campbell with it out front here for Lewis County. Over to Johnson. Johnson squares up on another 3, and it's off the rim there. Steele with another rebound for Russell. She looks to attack and throws it over into the corner to Osborne, who just came in, and she misses the 3. Johnson battling for the rebound. Pass over to Steele. Steele with a jumper from the free throw line. 4 minutes left here in the first quarter as Russell just took their first lead, 8-7. As they're back into their press, Lewis County's doing a good job of hitting Weddington there in the middle with that. Weddington gets it over to Johnson. Johnson down low to Highfield. Highfield to Weddington. Weddington one dribble down the lane. She's fouled.
That's one thing Lewis County's got to do to stay in this game is limit Russell's second chance points opportunities.
Right.
We got 2 girls 6-footer plus on the floor, and we're taller than Russell in about every position, but they've been seemed to get the 50-50 balls.
I think that was the second time that Russell's got a put-back bucket on a rebound, too. Weddington jumper from the foul line is missed, but Highfield there with the rebound out to Johnson for a 3. Johnson's just a little bit short on that one as Campbell was in there battling for the board for Lewis County, but Russell's got it with Steele. Steele bringing it up to the front court. Crossover. Campbell with active hands picked her pocket. Johnson's got it for Lewis County as she's looking to go the other way. Johnson on the drive, picks up her dribble, and Johnson's going to get fouled. Nice hustle play there, and Campbell's aggressiveness there on defense caused that turnover for him. Getting her hands down there as Steele was trying to cross her over.
Yep, as shifty as Steele is, Campbell did a good job of kind of sitting down there and just anticipating the crossover
Hannah Sanders back in the game for Russell. And Lewis County with a turnover, and Russell threw it back to Lewis County, and we got another foul. Wow, it's 4-0 on the fouls early here. I'd say Russell's coach is going to start getting a little aggravated with that. But I ain't trying to be biased, but I am with it out front for Lewis County as she's looking to initiate the offense, and Russell's been really aggressive. They're making Lewis County start their offense out a little farther than I think they like.
Their 5-on-5 defense is so good. And all of Russell's guards can guard the ball really well.
Pass comes into Campbell, kind of dangerous. She's got it for Lewis County. Into Arnold on the right wing, out top to Highfield. Highfield looking for Weddington down low, can't get it to her. Now she goes to, and she's called for a travel.
She drug her foot a little too much on that one.
Yeah, I think she did. So turnover, Lewis County. Ball's going back to Russell here.
Bella Quinn hands it over to Shaylin Steele. She brings it up the right hash. Hands it off to Kennedy Darnell, right wing. Swings it over to the left to Gabby Osborne. Quinn gets it on the left wing. Looking for Steele in the corner. Looking to feed it into the block. Skip pass to Darnell on the right wing, guarded by Weddington. Probably got away with the walk
there, yeah.
Gabby Osborne with it on the right wing. Maddie Johnson on her. That gets swing to the corner. Dribbled into the paint. Man, Russell's doing a lot of pass and cut right now.
Johnson with the rebound, pulls it down for Lewis County, and she's getting swiped at, picks up her dribble, gets it to Highfield. Highfield up to Weddington, Weddington to Arnold. Arnold with a layup attempt, and it's up and in for Arnold. Arnold just kind of out-hustled the defensive back there, and we got a quick timeout here, 30 seconds for Russell. We'll keep it right here at the high school game here with us as Russell burned a quick timeout. I don't think their coach was real happy with their effort there to get back on defense, but credit Lewis County. Johnson kind of had a little bit of trouble, got it out quick to Highfield. Highfield threw it ahead to Weddington. Weddington turned and drove and made the defender make a decision.
And Lewis County regains the lead, 9-8 with 1:54 left in the first quarter.
This game has definitely been back and forth. I mean, it's up and down.
Quick. Russell's doing a great job in the half court of doing a lot of pass and cut. They'll swing to the wing, but Lewis County's top foot defense isn't very good, and they're letting them get to the middle, and they're able to skip pass and get to the corner and get a lot of that 15 to an inside foot range shots.
They almost had that little weave, three-girl weave down here on the baseline going.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't even near the top of the key.
And, that's dangerous when you're talking they're attacking to the front of the rim, and, they're that close, anybody can just, go and shoot a layup. So maybe some adjustments there for Lewis County to make as we're back underway here as the Russell Lady Red Devils come out. Steele with it out top for them. Campbell's done a pretty good job on Steele so far. All her points have come off of putback attempts.
Steele's looking to post Campbell up on the inside.
Weddington's shading her.
That. Left Kennedy Darnell open on top, and Maddie Johnson gets another
rebound for Johnson. That's been good. She's been able to get some longer rebounds as, that's always important to limit
them. Hard
to
keep up with all the rebounds with how quick this game's been.
Pass goes into Highfield, back out to Campbell. Campbell over to Johnson on the right wing. Johnson in the elbow to Highfield. Highfield about walked again and Steele jumped up in the passing lane and picks it off and brings it back the other way. And she's able to go up and in with it for Russell.
Steele's just so patient with the ball, especially on the fast break. And she was able to get Maddie Johnson in the air on a pretty basic pump fake.
Right.
She was able to lay it in untouched.
Campbell's having a little bit of trouble getting it across the time court as she's pounded in the backcourt here. Gets it to Highfield in kind of a trap zone there. Highfield over to Arnold in the corner. Arnold pump fakes.
Got slapped in the face.
Highfield with it back as she misses a jumper, and that's going to be out of bounds to Russell. Whoa.
Looked like the ball tip was last by Black, but
there was two black players in front of Weddington, and she went for the board, and somehow or the other was on Alpha Lewis County. But that's okay. 35 seconds left to play here in the first quarter, 9-10. As Russell brings it up. Russell in the lead by 1. As that was number 5 for Russell. Hannah Sanders with a layup. Wow, Lewis County tried to get it to Weddington there in the middle, and then Johnson goes up to try to block one and gets it in. Weddington looking to inbounds here for Lewis County. And it's off the bottom of the backboard. Turnover for Lewis County.
They did a man press there and did it full court and was able to disrupt the inbound pass, and Weddington threw it off the bottom of the backboard, trying to get it to Campbell. Steele gets it into Quinn on the left corner, looking for Steele in the post, and she gets triple teamed and it gets kicked out, recovered by Caitlin Arnold. It looks like she got fouled, and that's the end of the first quarter.
So, like Logan said, into the first quarter here at Lewis County High School with Lewis County 9, Russell 14. You're listening to Lewis County Lady Lions basketball on WKKS 104.9 in Vanceburg, Kentucky, and we'll be back in.
Pure Country Chevrolet in Grayson is working hard every day buying and trading for the nicest used vehicles in the area. With over 150 used cars in our huge dealer inventory, odds are we'll have the car you want at the price you need. And as always, we'll buy your vehicle even if you don't buy one of ours. We also have new rides arriving daily, so come out. Look us over for your next auto need. With 4 locations, we're easy to get to, so don't wait. Come and let us help you have the vehicle you deserve at the best deal every time. On the web, purecountryauto.com, or call us 606-474-51.
A&A Porta Potties also rents out storage containers, office containers, cooling fans, tables, and chairs. A&A Porta Potties, there is no event too big or too small for us
Passes it off
to
to Caitlin
accommodate
Gilbert,
you.
looking for Weddington over the top, throws it into a double team, hits Highfield on the left elbow, and she misses, and it gets through back in.
And Russell kind of picked it away. I don't know. We never really had possession of it.
No.
Goes out to Steele out top for a 3, and Steele's 3 is up and in for Steele. And we got a timeout here for Lewis County. I think it's going to be a 30-second. We'll just keep it right here as Russell's come out here to start the second quarter and kind of hit the gas on us a little bit.
Quick 5-0 run, and again, I think that's what we were talking about earlier with the stamina issue. You know, they've had some substitutions, but regardless of how many substitutions they've had, you know, they've been running the floor a lot better than we have so far, and they push the ball so much harder. So I think that might be our demise, and has been so far with, you know, we're down 10, but, you know, nothing we can't come back from with a few shots hit, but we just got to contain them on the fast break.
Get some defensive stops. You know, still that 3 she hit, she was wide open. There wasn't nobody within 10 feet of her.
Yeah.
You know, Campbell got knocked down there going for the rebound, but somebody still got to transition over and get a hand up there.
Yeah, and this 1-2-1-1 press is not helping us so far, making us run even that much harder just to get the ball in.
Right. So ball comes into Gilbert. Gilbert gets it back over to Campbell. Campbell getting 4. She had 4 around her there.
Looked like
and
it
she
got
back
kicked.
tipped or kicked there, and Russell with it on a fast break, and we got a foul on Lewis County, and the bucket's going to be good for Josie Atkins for Russell, as the foul's going to go on
Maddie Johnson,
and that was maybe a tic-tac foul. I don't really think she got much of her.
Looked like the ball might have got kicked away from Campbell on the fast break, though. I think Coach Fight was wanting to foul, maybe a push from behind, but it looked more like a kick than anything.
Atkins' free throws off the mark, and Weddington pulls down a rebound. Ball goes in the corner to Gilbert. Looking for Weddington down low as goes in, and it gets tipped away, and Russell with it coming back. Steele back down the lane, gets it out. She walked.
Skip pass over to
Wide open
Maya
3 from
Atkins. She hits it.
Maya Atkins with a wide open 3. Again, there wasn't anybody within 10, 15 feet of her. She was wide open on that wing. As Lewis County's fall behind here by 13 to start the second quarter. 5:40 left to play in the first half. And Campbell gets it across and gets it over to Johnson. Johnson to Gilbert in the corner, and Gilbert's bringing it back out front to Campbell. Lewis County's really looking for Weddington down low, and they've been having trouble getting it to her.
Steele's guarding her in the post, and Steele's so athletic that she's able to jump and kind of get that over-the-top pass that we're trying to throw into Weddington.
Kick out pass back to Campbell, and her jump shot's off the mark, and Russell comes down with another rebound. Steele drives down the left side of the lane, kicks it back to Atkins. Atkins for a jumper. It's no good. Offensive rebound again for Russell. That's Hannah Sanders.
Cross-court pass over to Gabby Osborne, and Steele gets triple-teamed, and a late whistle by Davy Anderson.
As
probably is a foul, but
Highfield's holding her nose. She might have got a inadvertent arm there across the nose. As Shaylin Steele goes to the line for 2 here, as her first one's up and in. We got another substitution for Russell's number 10, Kennedy Darnell, replacing Hannah Sanders. One more shot here for Steele. Shot's up, and it bounces in off the front of the rim, and number 4, Caitlin Howard, comes in for Russell and still goes to the bench. As Weddington looks to get it inbounds for Lewis County, she gets it into Gilbert. Gilbert over to the middle to Campbell. Campbell's driving. Nobody's really stopped her, and we're going to have an offensive foul on Campbell. That was probably the right call as Josie Atkins stood in there and she took the charge there for Russell.
Yeah, she's seen the drive by Campbell coming from a mile away. Was able to set up there on that left block.
Yeah, she just sat up there and didn't move, and Campbell kept going. Russell brings it up into the front court. Atkins over to Atkins, or Atkins to Adkins, A-D and A-T. And that's Josie Atkins with a nice drive and lay in there for Russell. As Lewis County's down 9-28 here, we're still yet to put a ball in the bucket here in the second quarter. As Campbell's got it out front for Lewis County over on the left side, and she's looking to get the offense started here. Pass over to Highfield. Highfield takes one dribble over to Gilbert. Gilbert looking for Weddington. Weddington with it down on the baseline. She's looking to start a move here and kicks it back out to Gilbert. Gilbert fakes and drives it to the right and throws up the shot. And it's off the mark and coming back for Russell. You know, Russell's really wanting out in us on the other end, Logan. We haven't been able to get any offensive rebounds as
we just left Gabby Osborne wide open. Luckily, she missed that one.
She missed that one, and it's off the rim and out of bounds to Lewis County. And Caitlin Arnold checks in here for Lewis County, giving Maddie Johnson a break. As looks like Russell's going to stay in their press. Weddington looks to trigger it in here for Lewis County, and nobody's getting open. She finally throws it to Campbell, and it's knocked out of bounds.
You can tell we're tired because we're not thinking very good because they were in a press and we had 4 or 3 girls on the other side of half court. So
we're having a little bit of trouble here getting it in. The ball comes into Arnold, and Arnold's dribbling out of it over to Campbell. Campbell gets it ahead to Weddington. Weddington with it over on the left wing, decides to back it out and gets it over to Campbell. Campbell with it out top for Lewis County. 3:36 left to play in the second quarter. Campbell picks up her dribble, gets it to Weddington at the top of the key. Weddington with a shot fake, couple dribbles over to Gilbert in the corner for a 3, and it's off the mark. Highfield battling for the rebound. Weddington comes in and gets a hold of it and goes up with it and puts it in the bucket. Lewis County finally gets off of the skid there, breaks the run there by Russell. Weddington was in there battling for an offensive rebound. Russell coming right back on the attack with a 3 from the other corner, and it's off the mark, and Weddington with a rebound for Lewis County and gets it over to Campbell. Campbell's with a wide open lane as she attacks and sidesteps 2 defenders to lay it in. That's what I think they got to do, Logan. They got to get some stops and get it back out and go.
Yeah, we just gotta push the ball as quickly as they're pushing it because we're tired, but you know they're running a lot too, so they got to get tired at some point.
Right. Atkins has it back over to Atkins out front here for Russell. Russell kind of working the ball around the perimeter of the three-point line over to Josie Atkins as she drives the right lane and lays it up and in off the glass for 2. They had a little screen there right there at the top of the free throw line.
Yeah, the old fake illegal screen.
Fake illegal screen, just kind of get in the way a little bit.
And it worked perfectly for us on that possession.
That was the second time that they've got by with that as Weddington's got it with the spin move down low for Lewis County and off the mark. Campbell with the board and goes up and she gets fouled. So Liv Campbell's going to be going to the line here for 2 for Lewis County. 2:15 left to play in the second quarter. Lewis County 13 and Russell's got 30. As we went down, scored on 2 straight possessions there, but then Russell comes back and scores 2.
Campbell looking to cut the deficit to 15 with just over 2 minutes to go in the half. And the first one's up and good.
Maddie Johnson checks back in for Lewis County, giving Highfield a break. So we're going with a little smaller lineup right here, maybe a little more quickness.
Shaylin Steele checks back in the game for Russell too. And Hannah Sanders is
set to
checking in if the second shot goes in, and it doesn't.
Steele with a rebound there for Russell off of the missed free throw as she's driving down the right side, and she just blew past the whole Lewis County defense. But missed the shot, and Weddington's got it going the other way for Lewis County. She tries to get it ahead to Arnold, and it's knocked out of bounds, and Lewis County will remain in possession of that. So Hannah Sanders comes back in the game at the dead ball stoppage.
Replacing Gabby Osborne.
Gabby Osborne, she's a freshman, so pretty good minutes there for her.
Not messing that.
Yeah,
we've been saying that wrong the whole time.
Still with it as Lewis County has a turnover on the other end, and Sanders, who just checked in, lays it up and in for Russell. We got another timeout here for Lewis County, and waiting to see. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here with us. Russell's running up and down the floor as Lewis County's trailing by 18 here with 1:51 left in the second quarter. And, we got to come out and do something different here. It's going to get away quick.
Yeah, that's the big thing for us right now is to stay in the game with our legs.
And, Coach Fight has been doing a pretty good job of getting, somebody rotated in and out, trying to freshen them up a little bit. It's just the pace of this game so far has been extremely fast. As Lewis County's trying to get it in here, and it comes into Campbell. Campbell with a little shake move to free the defender over to Arnold. Arnold's going to walk it into the front court for Lewis County. Arnold with it out front. She dribbles over to Campbell. Dribble handoff. Weddington looking to set a screen on Campbell. And it didn't do much. Over to Arnold. Arnold with it back to the top of the key. Over to Johnson in the corner. As Lewis County continues to look for Weddington down on the post with Steele on her. And they're starting to shade her a little bit more on that backside. And we got a turnover for Lewis County. Arnold had it swiped away from her out top, and Steele's got it for Russell. And a three is up and in for Kennedy Darnell, as she had checked in there in the last dead ball and had a pretty wide open look again there, Logan.
Yeah, with how tired we are, we're just getting these mental lapses, and we'll end up having two girls guarding the same person and leaving one wide open. And like I said, they can all shoot the ball, so they're killing us from the outside.
As Lewis County
not sure who Gilbert was trying to throw that one to.
I'm not either. Lewis County with another turnover, and Sanders shoots a layup on the other end for Russell, extending the lead to 23 here with 30 seconds left to play in the second quarter. You just got to keep fighting here. If you're Lewis County, no matter what the scoreboard says right now, you just got to keep battling. As Campbell's got it out front and gets it over to Arnold. And we're just, okay, Arnold starts to dribble as Campbell runs off some screens. And she's getting banged around. Arnold over to Weddington with 7 seconds left to go. Back to Arnold for a three on the right side, and it's off the front of the rim. Russell gets the rebound, throws it around, and that's going to be halftime. So here at halftime, it's Lewis County 14 and Russell 37. And you're listening to Lewis County Lady Lions basketball on WKKS 104.9 in Vanceburg, Kentucky, and we'll be back in 2 minutes.
Does your gas station or convenience store need a facelift? If so, call River City Builders at 473-4112 for your remedy. Big or small projects, River City's Builders is a company for all your needs. We have extensive experience in the petroleum industry, from routine gas dispenser and canopy maintenance to above-ground, underground tank and piping work to full-blown remodels and new builds. Call River City Builders at 473-4112 for all your petroleum needs. We'll cover your back and keep your customers pumping gas.
For those on the go, the smoothie connoisseur, the break room favorite, and for those that just never quite have it all, Clark's has what you need to keep your day on track. Make life easier and keep your busy schedule moving forward with everything you need at Clark's. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
Hi, my name is Brian Horton, Mission Strategist for the Churches of the Greenup Baptist Association. We exist to revitalize, mobilize, and multiply New Testament churches in Northeast Kentucky and the world. The Churches of the Greenup Association are moving forward together in the Great Commission work. If you live in Lawrence, Boyd, Greenup, Carter, or Elliott counties, I want to invite you to attend one of the Greenup Baptist churches this coming Sunday. Once there, I know you will find a community of people who will welcome you and love you. For more information, go to greenupbaptist.org.
In addition to the Greenup location, Stultz Pharmacy's newest location is at 437 James Hanna Drive in South Shore, but has retained the name you know and love, McDonald Pharmacy, with the same great service you'll find in the Greenup location, with free delivery service and their convenient drive-through. Get your vaccinations and allergy shots, and of course, great prescription service at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup and McDonald Pharmacy, James Hanna Drive, South Shore.
Stultz Pharmacy.
437 James Hanna Drive in South Shore, but has retained the name you know and love, McDonald Pharmacy, with the same great service you'll find in the Greenup location, with free delivery service and, of course, great prescription service at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup and McDonald Pharmacy, James Hanna Drive, South Shore.
Stultz Pharmacy.
All right, thank you. All right, we're back here at Lewis County High School as the Lewis County Lady Lions trail at halftime with a score of 14-37 against the Russell Lady Red Devils. And pretty ugly first half, really, for Lewis County, Logan.
Yeah, I think, what we were talking about pregame turned out to be true. Russell just continued to run up and down the floor on us, and it showed that we were not in the greatest of shape, and we were getting tired, and still just continue to run up on us. And she's got majority of the points. Josie Atkins has followed with 8. So I mean that's been pretty much all that's happened so far tonight. Weddington's got 4, Campbell with 2, Arnold with 2, and then Maddie Johnson with 3, and Liv Campbell's hit 3 free throws, and that's been all the scoring for Lewis County tonight. So I'm sure Coach Fight's halftime speech is just going to be try and keep up with them on a fast break and get the open shooters. We'll have these mental lapses on the defensive end where we're just tired, and we'll get 2 girls guarding the same guy, and it leaves the shooter wide open, and Russell's capitalized that more often than not.
Yeah, at the end of the first quarter, it was 9-14. Lewis County was only down by 5, and then Russell really came out and kind of took it to us there early. So, it wasn't what you needed to see. And, as Russell outscored Lewis County there in the second quarter, 23-5, and that's the difference in the ball game right now. Lewis County's down by 23 here at halftime. And something that was interesting, I was sitting here looking at the stat sheet while you was giving a little bit of a summary, is that Lewis County's actually got more rebounds than Russell. By 1.
That's surprising.
I mean, it's by 1, but I really thought with all the second chance points that Russell had, had there early on, especially, it was like every time down the floor still was getting a rebound, putting it back in for Russell.
But that just shows how many more possessions that they've taken a shot and not turned the ball over.
Oh, yeah.
Because as many times down the floor as they've made shots, the ones that they've missed, that just shows that they've took that many more shots than us.
Right.
What's the turnover number?
The turnover number, Russell has 2 and Lewis County has 13 turnovers.
Yep.
So, there's a difference of 11 there. You ain't winning the turnover battle. It's hard to really stay in a ball game for very long. I'm sure Coach Fight's in the locker room right now, coaching these kids up and trying to get them, to come back out here in the second half. But what other breakdown you got there from the first half, Logan?
I'm sure from Coach Fight, at this point, being down 23, it's more of a pride thing at home. It's one thing to be a district game and to lose, but to lose at home, right now I think the girls' main focus should be, staying as close into this game as they can and keeping their pride and making sure that these fans, it's one thing to get beat, but it's one thing to quit on the game and to get beat that way. So as long as the girls don't quit, I don't think Coach Fight is going to be as upset as he would be if they have. So I think that's the biggest thing coming out for the second half.
Right. So we'll take another 2-minute break, and as Lewis County trails 14-37, and we'll be back with a little preview of the second half before we get started. You're listening to Lewis County Lady Lions basketball on WKKS 104.9 in Vanceburg, Kentucky.
Financial security begins at home with home ownership. If you've been putting off looking for a home because you think you can't afford it, you owe it to yourself to check out Members Choice Credit Union. Members Choice Credit Union has programs for first-time home buyers and more to help put you in the home of your dreams. Call, click, or stop by Members Choice Credit Union today.
Members Choice Credit Union, NMLS 411945, Equal Housing Lender. Call for additional information. Other restrictions may apply.
With winter around the corner, it's time to tame or to remove those trees that could damage your property and cost you thousands of dollars in repairs. Don't wait until it's too late. Call the tree experts at Orcutt's Tree Service and Stump Removal at 606-356-8850 to schedule your free estimate. Northcutt's Tree Service and Stump Removal in Olive Hill, Kentucky are proud sponsors of local high school sports.
When you shop and invest locally, you put in motion a sequence of actions which multiplies the money that is available in our area to create jobs and provide emergency services, police, and fire protection, as well as improving the quality of education in our local schools. Shop and invest locally whenever you can. First and People's Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC. We are the home office.
Raceland Christian Church, 210 Caroline Road, wishes all of our area athletes the best as they compete in their respective seasons. May you be encouraged by your church family to run with endurance the race set before you in such a way as pleases Jesus so that you gain the prize that never fades away. Raceland Christian Church meets Sunday at 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. at 210 Caroline Road, Raceland. Visit us online at racelandchristian.com.
All right, we're back here at Lewis County High School at halftime as the Lewis County Lady Lions trail the Russell Lady Red Devils 14-37. And, looking here for what are we looking for here in the third quarter? In my opinion, Coach Fight and his coaching staff's looking for the girls to come out and battle.
Yeah, it's just a not quit at this point.
Hustle. Let's win the second half because we're going to see these girls again down the road.
Yep.
We got one up at Russell later in the year. And then, chances are you're going to find them in the district tournament again.
Yep.
So let's show them that, come out, let's gain some experience against them, learn them a little bit more, and show them that we're not going to quit on this.
Yeah, that's the big thing, And another thing, too, is going to be work on the turnover numbers. So, 13 in one half is not good. And I'm sure Coach Fight was looking at that, and I'm sure he knew that going into the locker room. But just containing, value in the ball, going up and down the floor, and trying to working on being able to get into offensive sets better. So that's just, I'm sure at this point the outlook for Coach Fight is not really to maybe win the game, but like you said, win the half and do the little things to put yourself in position to win ball games in the future.
Right. Yeah, that's all you can really do right now. It's not impossible to come back from 23 points in a half. Obviously, Russell went up 23 in the first half. We can come back 23 in the second.
Yep.
I don't think it's time to give up by any means.
No.
I'm sure Coach Fight had that same message in the locker room to his team, and we're getting ready to roll here in the third quarter, and Lewis County's going to get the ball first to start off here, as get the crowd back into it a little bit. They kind of got flat there, when Russell went on that big run in the second quarter. And it's hard to stay in a game when that happens, but Lewis County always has a good showing, and the fans always come out to support whatever team's playing. The boys are playing at Russell tonight,
yep,
in a district game for them, and we got a big following here at the high school tonight for the girls. So
yeah, that's always been a big thing for the community. Like you said, no matter what sport, we always travel well.
Mm-hmm.
Away games we always got a good crowd at. And especially the home games. So being two district games, boys and girls tonight, gym here is packed, and I'm sure the gym is packed up there for the boys.
Absolutely. So as both teams come out of their huddles here, and we're set to get started. Looks like Russell's going back with their original starting five to start out the second half, and Lewis County's doing the same. And Lewis County will be going right to left on the radio dial this half, as Johnson set the inbounds it here for Lewis County. She throws it into Campbell. And here we go. Campbell walks it up. Russell's in a 2-3 zone, and they're doing the run and jump at Lewis County, and they try to get the ball down low to Weddington. Weddington falls, gets the ball back to Johnson. Back to Weddington on the baseline. Weddington kicks it out to Arnold. Arnold back to Johnson. Johnson down low to Weddington. Weddington with the spin move and jumper in the lane, and it's up and in. So nice way to start the half there. Stays with it.
Good way to start.
Move the ball in and out.
Russell's run and jump out of that zone. I'm not so sure that we were completely ready for that.
No, I don't think we were, but we recovered nicely off of that, and was able to get a bucket there as Russell looks to start their offense. And it comes out here to Quinn. Quinn, right dribble, gets it back to the center. as Lewis County's kind of extended their defense a little bit. They're starting to get out on the shooters a little bit better. As I said that, Russell with a pretty open look, but Arnold's able to get the rebound off of the missed three. Outlet pass to Campbell. Campbell in the right wing looks for Weddington down low, throws it up, and it's batted out of bounds by Sanders for Russell. Lewis County will be inbounds in here under their basket. As Weddington looks to trigger it in here, she gets it into Campbell. Campbell up top to Highfield. Highfield a three from the top of the key, and it bounces off the front of the rim. Thought that one was going to go in, Logan.
It looked online from here, but just a little short, and Weddington had good position on the rebound, but Steele was able to jump up and tip it out just enough for one of her players to get it.
So Russell with the ball back here. 6:30 left to play in the third. And pass goes in to, who was that?
Kennedy Darnell.
Kennedy Darnell with a nice take to the basket there for Russell as she lays it up and in for two. And Russell comes back out in a little token pressure here. A little man-to-man, full court, just kind of making Lewis County take their time getting it up.
And I'm sure that was close to a 10-second call.
It had to be, and we kind of took our time a little bit too much. As Weddington gets doubled, comes back out to Johnson in the corner. I think Johnson got away with a walk. She switched her pivot foot there.
I have.
Campbell with it out of top of the circle for Lewis County. She's looking to get the offense initiated here. She gets it into Arnold. Arnold gets it swiped away, and now she's trapped over in the corner. Arnold over to Highfield. Highfield to Johnson. Johnson dribbling to the left here, goes up for a shot, and it was blocked by Atkins. Atkins blocked that from behind.
That was a good recovery play by Atkins to block that and not get a foul called.
Johnson got a step on her there and looked like she was going to have a pretty open layup, but was denied inside there. Going back the other way, Darnell with it out front for Russell as she looks to get it in to Quinn. Quinn drives in the paint, goes to the left corner over to Steele. Steele down to Sanders. Sanders back to Steele. Steele with a pull-up jumper in the lane and a rebound pulled down there by Weddington for Lewis County. Weddington outlet pass to Campbell. Campbell looking to drive to Johnson in the corner. Johnson three is on the way, and it's no good. Ball batted around. Russell comes down with it, and they're looking to go and fast break here. And a turnover. The ball's on the floor. Lewis County dives for it and don't come up with it, and a three's on its way. It's no good. Rebounded by Sanders. Sanders gets away with a walk. Ball goes over to Steele. Steele throws up a three, and it's no good. Highfield, Weddington. Weddington's got it for Lewis County. Kind of a crazy sequence right there.
We've had a few like that so far to start the second half.
Campbell's got it for Lewis County. She brings it up into the front court. 4:30 left to play in the third quarter. Weddington with it on the left wing out to Arnold. Arnold into Campbell. Campbell one dribble pull-up jumper, and it was short. Was that ball blocked or was it just short?
I don't think so. I think it's just lack of legs under being tired, not being able to put enough on it.
Russell looking to attack again. Quinn's got it out front over to Steele. Steele goes in down low, and Weddington steps in the passing lane, knocks it away to Campbell. Campbell's got it for Lewis County coming back. Nice anticipation there as Lewis County throws it away. Campbell was looking to get it down low to Weddington, and she ended up having three coming in on top of her, and we got a quick timeout here. And we're going to have a full timeout. We'll send it back to commercial here, and the score is 16-41, Lewis County trailing. You're listening to Lewis County Lady Lions basketball.
Are you having trouble keeping your parking lot lit? Is customer safety one of your top priorities? If so, call River Cities Builders at 473-4112 for all your lighting needs. We have bucket truck and boom crane truck services. We have extensive experience in exterior lighting and parking lot lighting maintenance. No need to ever be in the dark again. Remember, call River Cities Builders at 473-4112 for all your lighting needs. We will light your path to success.
For those on the go, the smoothie connoisseur, the break room favorite, and for those that just never quite have it all, Clark's has what you need to keep your day on track. Make life easier and keep your busy schedule moving forward with everything you need at Clark's. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
All right. All right, we're back here at Lewis County High School. As Lewis County called a timeout there, and we had an update there during the break that at the end of the first quarter, the Lewis County boys are leading at Russell by 2. So if we get any more updates before we go off the air tonight, we'll keep you updated on that. As Lewis County's got the ball and they're bringing it up in the front court, Campbell with it, and Russell comes out in their 2-3 running trap zone. Campbell pump fakes over to Johnson. Johnson to Highfield in the corner. Highfield had looked for Weddington. It wasn't there. Over to Arnold on the other side. Arnold with a dribble throws it off the foot of Highfield. Highfield screams for it. Johnson's got it, and it gets knocked away. Probably some fouls there, yeah. And we're going to have a foul call on Carrie Ann Highfield for Lewis County. As she reached up and grabbed the arm there of the Russell player.
Again, there's just a lot of stuff happening in one spot that is – somebody's got to end up getting called for something.
Right.
Ball's just loose everywhere.
Big scrum there. So Russell comes back on the attack. They get it over to Darnell, and we got an offensive foul away from the ball.
Moving screen by Bella Quinn, I'm sorry.
Bella Quinn. So Lewis County looks to get it inbounds here. And
Russell will go back to their main
Russell's
press.
going to come back up and put some pressure up on Lewis County as Campbell clears everybody out to bring it up the court. Campbell gets it across the timeline, and high screen from Weddington. Weddington sets a screen for Johnson. Campbell spins into the paint. Another spin, a step through. Left-handed shot. Tough shot, but rebound goes back to Russell as that's up to Steele for a 3, and it's off the mark. Rebound inside. They're battling for it. We're going to have a jump ball as Highfield went for the rebound, and Atkins tied her up.
Russell retains possession off the jump ball.
So Russell looks to inbounds here under their own basket. Out, and Steele's going to be fouled. It's going to be on Liv Campbell as Russell will be inbounding under their basket in the same spot they just did. Atkins set to trigger it in for Russell. And she gets it in. Back to Atkins. I don't even know if she had time to regain.
It was close. It's
It
close
was
if
very
she had
close.
stepped in bounds or not.
Over to Sanders. Back out front here to Auburn. Auburn to Steele. Steele with one dribble to the left. Pull up, little runner jumper, and it goes in for Russell. Steele with a nice little move there and shot a little floater. Campbell brings it up for Lewis County. 2 minutes and 5 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. Lewis County trails 16-43. Pass over to Campbell. Campbell can't handle it. Gets it back at the timeline. Lewis County retains possession. Campbell trying to work her defender, shake her defender over to Weddington on the left wing. Weddington swing pass over to Johnson. Johnson takes 2 dribbles in, throws it up off the glass, and it's up and in. Nice move by Maddie Johnson. That was the first time I think we'd had a good cross-court pass to an open player, and Russell takes it back down, throws up an air ball 3. Weddington with the rebound, and she's looking up ahead, and Atkins tracks her down from behind and steals it. Steele with it, and Steele gets back tipped by Arnold. Nice hustle there by Arnold as Arnold was all the way down into the basket for Lewis County. The pass goes over to Arnold, back out to Highfield. Highfield over to Campbell. Campbell looking for Weddington down low, pump fake dribble to Johnson. Johnson back out to Highfield. Highfield over to Johnson. Little two-person game here. As the ball comes back out to Campbell. Campbell at the top of the circle here. Over to Johnson on the left wing. Johnson dribbles to the left, gets tripped up, goes down the floor, no call.
She just tripped over her own feet on that one.
Did she?
Yep.
And Arnold with another hustle play and back tipped it and then went to get it and stepped on the inline. But, hey, Arnold, that's 2 hustle plays back-to-back for her.
Arnold's playing hard, as she always does, but she loves that back tip and she gets it a lot.
We got Gilbert coming in here for Lewis County. Looks like Johnson might have hit her head a little bit there on the floor, and they're checking her out real quick here on the bench. As Russell's inbounding under their own basket. And didn't see the number on that shooter, and his shot's off the mark regardless. Lewis County with the rebound as Gilbert grabs it for Lewis County. Arnold's driving, gets it ahead to Weddington. Weddington with a spin move, goes up for a shot, and she's fouled. I think that's going to go on Steele.
It's just her first for the night.
Lewis County did a good job getting that ball out after the rebound, thrown in the head, and Weddington went in and attacked. Weddington to the line here for 2 for Lewis County.
Shooting her first free throws on the night.
Her first shot's up and in. 19 to 43, excuse me. Lewis County trails.
Russell's done a good job of containing Weddington so far. Only 7 points on the night.
38 seconds left to play here in the third quarter as Weddington's second shot's up and in. Still with it for Russell as the clock fails to start. It still hasn't started. There it goes. And gave a few extra seconds there.
Yeah.
And still with a fake over. I can't see.
Gabby Oborn in the corner to Mia Atkins on the right lane line to Steele on the left lane line. Stops and pops from 6. Misses it. Weddington with a rebound. Pushes it up the court with 15 seconds to go in the third quarter. Swings it off to Campbell on the left lane line. Surveying with 10 seconds to go. Screen by Highfield. Hesitation. Good spin move.
Campbell throws up a shot there from the paint, and it's off the mark. Steele's got it for Russell, and she stops at the top of the key and pops a 3, and it's an air ball for Steele. So at the end of the third quarter, it's Lewis County 23 and Russell 43, or Lewis County 20, Russell 43, excuse me. And we'll be back in 1 minute. You're listening to Lewis County Lady Lions basketball on WKKS 104.9 in Vanceburg, Kentucky.
The award-winning florist All That Blooms has a new location, 402 East Main Street across from Pritchard Elementary in Grayson, with gifts for all occasions including birthdays, sympathy, holidays, and anniversaries. Shop Monday and Tuesday 9 to 5, Wednesday 9 to 2, Thursday 9 to 5, and Saturday 9 to noon, closed on Sunday. Call 474-0390 for All That Blooms at 402 East Main, your full-service florist serving Grayson and surrounding areas. Check him out on Facebook, allthatblooms.com. That's BLOOMZ.
When you shop Grayson Sporting Goods, you're supporting a great family-owned business with new owners and team sales. To celebrate, get all your high school gear, including high school spirit wear. Grayson Sporting Goods also does embroidery and vinyl transfers. Open Monday through Friday, 10 to 5, and Saturday, 10 to 3. Check with Grayson Sporting Goods for extended seasonal hours.
And we're back here at the start of the fourth quarter. Lewis County has the ball to start with. And opening possession there, throws it in, and Russell picks it off, takes it back to the other end, and lays it up and in for Kennedy Darnell for Russell. And she was able to step in the passing lane there and knock it away. Campbell with it for Lewis County, and she's trying to work it up. And Russell's continued to go into this, one-man pressure full court as Campbell mishandles the ball, and it goes down the floor, and we got another jump ball situation. And this one's going to go over to Russell.
It'll go back to Russell. We got the ball to start the
They
fourth
didn't have
quarter.
the clock flipped.
Yep.
Threw me off there for a minute.
Update on the boys' score with 5:15 to go in the second quarter. Lewis County leads 21-12 over Russell boys.
So that's a good thing. Sounds like the boys are having a pretty decent game up there. As Steele stops and pops and misses, and Weddington tried to get the rebound and couldn't possess it, and it's off the fingers of Russell going over to Lewis County. Campbell bringing it up for Lewis County. Gets it over to Arnold as she brings it across the timeline now. A little too high screen here for Campbell, trying to get it to her on the right wing. Campbell gets it, squares up the defender, looking for Weddington. It's not there. Swings it back to Highfield. Highfield out 18 foot, throws it over to Arnold at the top of the circle. Arnold
breaks her defender,
drives down the lane, lays it up and in, misses the shot, and Russell with a rebound going on the other way. Sanders, a 3-on-1 break here for Russell, and it's up and in for
Bella
is that Quinn?
Bella Quinn.
So Russell had a 3-on-1 fast break there, and they executed that pretty well. As Arnold's got it for Lewis County over on the left side here. She gets it back out to the top of the circle as Lewis County starts to execute their offense, and comes into Campbell. Campbell, nice feed into Highfield. Highfield shot's a little too strong. Still with it for Russell, driving the other end. Might have got away with the push off, but she's able to lay it up and in for 2 for Russell.
2 more for Steele. She's only 2 away from her 2,000th career point for Russell Lady Devils.
6 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter. Lewis County trails by 29. As Highfield's got it out front, and she gets it in the paint to Weddington. Weddington up with the left hand and in, and an and one opportunity for Sarah Weddington. As Weddington will go to the stripe here to try to complete the three-point play. Russell's got some substitutions coming in here. That's number 23, Mia Atkins, and number 11, Gabby Oborn. As Weddington's first shot, or only shot, is on its way, and it's pure. As Weddington's a pretty good free throw shooter, and we got 1 minute. We'll just keep it here, Logan. And Russell calls a timeout there with.
Hey fans, would you do anything to support your team? What about switching your checking account? With Ashland Credit Union's debit card, you can support.
I know Coach Fike can get out on. Caitlin Arnold is, hustle, constant hustle. She shoots it from the outside as well, but, even if shots aren't falling, she's not going to slack on the defensive end.
She's the secondary, probably primary ball handler, and she does a really good job helping out on the presses and don't have many turnovers, and, she does a good job doing that kind of stuff. You need people like that. She might not score a whole lot of buckets, but she's a heck of a team player, and she plays defense, and she hustles. Like you said, she's a fighter. As Russell comes down here, and Lewis County kind of falls back into a 2-3 zone, looks like, for the first time tonight. I think it's through Russell for a little bit of a loop. They're not really sure. As Steele pulls up from the free throw line and misses. Weddington with a rebound, gets it off to Campbell. Campbell pushing for Lewis County, and over to Arnold on the wing. Arnold with a 3 on the way, and it's good. We just talked about it.
We were just saying she shoots it too.
Arnold pulled up there. She had a nice look. She was open. She pulled the trigger, and it was nothing but the bottom of the net. 26-49. Lewis County's trailing by 23 here with 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Steele with it out front here for Russell. She gets a high screen. Step back 3 is on its way, and it's off the glass. I think Russell's trying to get Steele her points.
Yep.
As the pass goes ahead here to Highfield from Weddington for 2. That was a good look ahead there by Sarah to get the ball pushed ahead to Highfield, who had hustled back there and got rewarded for running the floor. Steele with it here. Lewis County still in their 2-3 zone. And I really do. I think they kind of threw Russell for a little bit of loop. This might be something Coach Fike wants to take a look at, going forward.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It might slow them down a little bit because Russell's a penetrating team.
Yeah.
Not that they haven't knocked down some threes, but they're penetrating. As Steele throws up another shot, and it was off the mark. Rebound to Russell, back over to Steele again for a 3, and it was off. Campbell with the rebound this time for Lewis County, and she's bringing it up and kind of dribbles it off her leg, gets it up to Gilbert. Gilbert with it in the corner, and it's knocked out of bounds, Lewis County's ball. Update on Maddie Johnson. She's back over on the bench from being checked out there by the trainer. She appears to be okay. Didn't want to leave everybody hanging on that one.
I think it might have just been a little bit more nervous thing than actual.
It may have been. Pass goes down low to Weddington. As we've tried that, Weddington goes up with it, and it's in. As we've tried that play several times to get that ball up and into Weddington, and we hadn't been really successful at it, but that time we were. And the ball's over to Steele. Steele down into the corner to Atkins. Atkins over to, can't see. Steele's got it back out front, and Steele throws up another 3, and that one's off the back of the rim. Steele shot the ball 4 straight times down the floor for Russell.
She's trying to get her 2,000. I think her team's trying to get it to her as well.
Campbell with it, and she gets it over to Weddington. Weddington out front, gets it knocked away, but gets the possession back, throws it back over to Campbell. Campbell to Arnold. Arnold for another 3 from the same spot, off the mark this time. Weddington with an offensive rebound, and she gets fouled as she goes into the line for 2.
Yep. Weddington lines up on the free throw line for her 4th free throw of the night. Perfect so far, 3 for 3.
Jinxed it.
Not this time.
That one was.
Make some substitutions, replacing Josie Adkins and Mia Adkins.
Weddington's second shot is pure as well. Nice rotation on the ball, nice arc. Goes in. Russell comes back, and Gilbert with a steal for Lewis County. As Lewis County is actually cut back into this deficit. We're only down by 17. As Campbell's got it for Lewis County. She goes down the lane, spins, and goes up with a shot, missed. Rebound off to Russell, and Steele's looking to drive. Steele drives on Arnold and goes up with a shot, and it's no good. Weddington clears it for Lewis County. Weddington off to Campbell. Campbell's bringing it across for Lewis County. As Campbell stops and pops a three, and it's off the mark. Rebound to Steele for Russell. And she's going back on the attack, and Arnold cuts her off and goes out to Quinn. Quinn's three rattles in and out, and it's off the mark. Rebound to Russell. And the ball's on the floor to Steele. Steele misses a wide open bunny.
I think we might be giving her the announcer's jinx on getting 2,000.
And there was a foul there on Hannah Sanders for Russell on the rebound, and Lewis County will enter the ball in with 2:24 left to play in the fourth quarter. Quinn checks back in there for Russell. I think it was Quinn came in, wasn't it, Logan?
Yes, Mia Quinn came back in the game.
As Arnold's got it for Lewis County. Nice little behind the back dribble there in the backcourt. Gets it up to Weddington on the left wing. Weddington over to Highfield at the top, over to Campbell on the other wing. Lewis County's trying to get Weddington to cut to the basket there on open, but she wasn't there, so it goes into Highfield at the top of the elbow. Back over to Weddington. Weddington shoots a 17-footer, and it rattles out. Good look there for Weddington from 17. Her shot didn't go down. As Steele's got it, she backs up, dribbles, and hits a two.
And there it is. 2,000 career points for Shaylin Steele on the worst shot in basketball, foot on the three-point line.
Foot on the three-point line. As the Russell and Lewis County fan base applauds Steele on her accomplishment here for the Kentucky High School Athletic Association, 2,000 points, and they're going to give her a ball, and deservingly so. That's a big accomplishment for anyone on any level to score 2,000 points in a career. So congratulations to the young lady from Russell. As she's getting some photos taken here and with her head coach, and the game's going to resume. So congratulations to her. We got a substitution here for Lewis County.
Gracie Duncan going to come in and give Caitlin Arnold a break.
Caitlin Arnold has hustled her hind end off all night long for Lewis County.
Yep.
And
even on that last play, we're still got our 1,000. They were, letting Steele know that Arnold was coming for the back tip.
Mm-hmm. Campbell's got it here with 1:40 left to play in the game, and she almost got tripped up, probably got away with a carry, and throws it over to Weddington, and Steele cut it off, and then Highfield stole it back. A nice bounce pass there from Weddington back to Highfield as Highfield gets fouled. So a little give and go action there for Lewis County, and once again they didn't give up on the play.
Yep.
So Highfield's going to go to the line here for Lewis County for 2 free throws. It'll be her first trip to the line tonight. And her first one is up, and that was in and out.
Does everything but go in.
Rolled all the way around the rim and came back out. Highfield will have one more here as Russell looks to get some substitutions in here. Partner will try to get you the names and numbers. Looks like we got
number 14, Courtney Fitzpatrick came in.
Highfield's second shot goes in. And Lewis County's got their own substitutions. Michaela Tackett and who else came in? Caitlin Arnold just checked in for Lewis County as they replace Campbell and Weddington. And Russell's got another substitution, and that is Reese Cameron into the game for Russell. And Lexi Baker. And here comes another one for Lewis County. Oh, she didn't make it in time. All right, that's what we're going to go with for right now. 1:20 left to play here as Lewis County trails by 18. And Russell's kind of running a 3-woman weave out front here as, I don't know. Ball goes over into the corner. They're looking for the post player. Tackett on her. Ball goes out to the wing, drives down the paint, throws up a left right-handed runner, and it goes up and in. And we got mass substitutions for both teams as Coach Fight has emptied the bench here for Lewis County, getting some of the younger girls in. We've got Ava Marshall, Grace Duncan, Natalie Gilbert,
Kaylee Stamper,
and Michaela Tackett into the game for Lewis County with under a minute left to play here in the contest. And we're swinging the ball around the perimeter, back up front to Marshall. Marshall over to Duncan. Duncan dribbles to the right side over to Marshall. Marshall out front. Back to Duncan. Duncan's three's on the way, and it's off the mark. Rebound. Tackett's got it. She lost it. And who was that, Logan?
Kaylee Stamper. You know, right now with Kaylee Stamper and Natalie Gilbert, we got 2 8th graders on the floor.
Oh, wow. Didn't even realize that as Russell drains a three by Carly Boyd from the left wing. 10 seconds left to play here. Duncan brings it across for Lewis County, and she backs it out to the timeline. 2 seconds left. And she throws up a shot at the buzzer that doesn't go in, as that's the final. Lewis County 33 and Russell 56. And you're listening to Lewis County Lady Lions basketball on WKKS 104.9 in Vanceburg, Kentucky. And we'll be back in 2 minutes to break down the game.
Hey, I'm Erin.
And I'm Michael. Come see us at Bowman's.
Bowman's can do frame repair. They have a downdraft bake oven for a factory paint finish. And they get your vehicle back to its pre-accident condition with qualified iCar Gold certified technicians. Bowman's is also an ASE certified mechanical shop, providing transmission flushes, steering and suspension services, AC service, oil changes, and tune-ups. That's Bowman's Auto Service, Lexington Avenue in Flatwoods. Call 836-0837. Visit Eastside Kids Boutique in Grayson for the best selection of clothing for boys and girls, including newborns. Eastside Kids Boutique has affordable clothing for every season, including t-shirts, sweaters, hats, and more. Eastside Kids Boutique even has items for that special lady in your life, including home decor, clothing, jewelry, accessories, gift baskets, and more. That's Eastside Kids Boutique, 603 East Main Street in Grayson. Call 606-475-1683 or visit them on Facebook, Eastside Kids Boutique in Grayson.
Hello, I'm Michael Bowling, Senior Vice President of Kentucky Farmers Bank. When you do business with Kentucky Farmers Bank, you're making an investment in your community. Your money stays local, we never sell your loan, and in turn, we invest in local families, churches, schools, and charities. We believe in our community, and that's why we are the better bank for loans.
Kentucky Farmers Bank, the better bank for loans since 1931. Located in Ashland, Summit, and Catlettsburg. KentuckyFarmersBank.com, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Right.
For those on the go, the smoothie connoisseur, the break room favorite, and for those that just never quite have it all, Clark's has what you need to keep your day on track. Make life easier and keep your busy schedule moving forward with everything you need at Clark's. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
All right, we're back here at Lewis County High School as the Lewis County Lady Lions fall tonight of a score of 33-56 against the Russell Lady Red Devils. You know, the second half, we talked there at halftime, you know, and you just wanted the girls to come out and battle and play hard, and they did that. Matter of fact, in the second half, you know, we got them tied. You know, we was down 23 at halftime, and we ended up losing by 23. So the second half was a tie ball game, and I think it kind of shows a little bit that, you know, the girls, when they face this Russell team down the road somewhere, hey, we can play with them. You know, went on a pretty good run there. Really didn't do any mass substitutions until the last minute and a half of the game, so pretty much call that even. Matter of fact, Russell might have actually scored 3. So I would almost call that a victory there for the Lady Lions tonight on the second half. As the third quarter, didn't see a whole lot of scoring there. It was 6-6 on the third quarter, and then the fourth quarter it was 13-13 for a final score of 33-56. You know, Lewis County falling here tonight.
You know, Steele was obviously the front runner for Russell, and that was the one we knew we had to contain going in. She ended up finishing with 21 points and 8 rebounds. You know, capping off her 2,000 point for her career. So that was a big accomplishment for her. And, Weddington was a high scorer for Lewis County with 15 points and 11 rebounds. But, aside from the lack of stamina and Russell being able to run the floor a lot better than we were, the turnover numbers was the big story of the game, I feel like. With Lewis County had 20, the Russell's 7.
Yeah.
So we did better in the second half.
Oh, yeah, because we only had 7 turnovers the second half then.
Yep.
So we had 13 there at halftime, so that was a plus.
Almost cut our numbers in half between the halves, so I'm sure that's good to see for Coach Fight, but still, 20 turnovers game is going to be hard to win regardless of who you're playing. So
right, I agree. We talked there, Arnold, and her hustle on defense, and no longer than we said it, she come down, she hit a 3 there for Lewis County.
Yeah.
And she never quit. Nobody on Lewis County quit, and that's something that I think is the culture of this program.
Yeah.
We've done 4 or 5 games now, and I haven't watched a whole lot of high school basketball in the last 5 or 6 years of my life, but when I was in school, that was a big thing. Is that when you played Lewis County, you knew you was going to fight for it all the way to the end, no matter what the scoreboard said, and that was something that we always took pride in here, and I think that's part of the community and where we live.
Yep.
We're fighters. And these girls, they fought hard here tonight, even though the scoreboard didn't reflect it at the end of the game. Obviously it wasn't the outcome we was looking for. But, Lewis County goes to 9-4 on the season. This is only their 4th loss on the year, and Russell improved to 8-7 on the season. So, strength of schedules there might have had something to do with their records with Russell, especially playing in that Queen of the Bluegrass that was – a heralded tournament in Kentucky for girls basketball, and it's kind of what we was looking at here tonight. So
yeah, I think they did what we talked about. At the halftime, outlook to win the game was going to be slim, but as long as I'm not sure exactly what Coach Fight's points were in the game for the second half, but I think they did better.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said. We tied. We were going down coming out of the half down 23 and finished the game down 23. So, there were some substitutions in there late, but that wasn't a huge factor for the score. So playing with them a little better there in the second half was good to see, and I'm sure that zone that Lewis County started to put on them gave Russell just a little bit of fits and slowed him down, which is what Lewis County is going to have to do to stay in the game, is slow him down because they're able to run so well.
Right. Yeah, we talked about that when they went to it and stuff. It kind of threw Russell for a little bit of a loop, and you could kind of see their team and their coaching staff kind of was a little bit puzzled on that. And, I'm sure Coach Fight and his staff will go back and watch some game film on this and learn some stuff and see where it comes out, down the road somewhere. But right now we'll take another 2-minute break and see if Coach Fight makes it out. I don't know if he'll make it out tonight or not. But if he does, we'll definitely talk to him, get his thoughts on some stuff here. So you're listening to Lewis County Lady Lions basketball on WKKS 104.9.
If you're looking for the best pizza in Carter County, look no further than Tyler's Pizza. Also be sure to check out our daily lunch specials, wings, salads, subs, sandwiches, dinners, sides, desserts, and our world-famous Thai Zone. Tyler's Pizza, 120 Cross Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. Phone number 606-286-4583. Tyler's Pizza is a proud supporter of local high school sports.
Pure Country Chevrolet in Grayson is working hard every day buying and trading for the nicest used vehicles in the area. With over 150 used cars in our huge dealer inventory, odds are we'll have the car you want at the price you need. And as always, we'll buy your vehicle even if you don't buy one of ours. We also have new rides arriving daily, so come out. Look us over for your next auto need. With 4 locations, we're easy to get to, so don't wait. Come and let us help you have the vehicle you deserve at the best deal every time. On the web, purecountryauto.com, or call us 606-474-5116. Pure Country Chevrolet, find new roads.
The award Award-winning florist All That Blooms has a new location, 402 East Main Street across from Pritchard Elementary in Grayson, with gifts for all occasions including birthdays, sympathy, holidays, and anniversaries. Shop Monday and Tuesday 9 to 5, Wednesday 9 to 2, Thursday 9 to 5, and Saturday 9 to noon, closed on Sunday. Call 474-0390 for All That Blooms at 402 East Main, your full-service florist serving Grayson and surrounding areas. Check him out on Facebook, allthatblooms.com. That's BLOOMZ.
Gillum Drug, 1237 Carter Avenue, Ashland, is a locally owned pharmacy devoted to providing excellent customer service. Not found at the chain drug stores, Gillum Drug carries over-the-counter meds, wonderful seasonal decor, creek bottom candles, jewelry, and specializes in skincare products. Gillum Drug offers allergy shots and all immunizations with no appointment needed, and Gillum Drug will treat you like family. Stop by today and experience it. Gillum Drug, 1237 Carter Avenue, Ashland, next to Domino's.
Hey, this is Greg Gibson with Greg Gibson Insurance, and just an announcement, I'm retiring from Major League Baseball. This will be my final season. After 24 years as Major League umpire, I'm ready to become a full-time insurance guy. So anyway, if you haven't heard about us, check us out on the web, www.greggibsoninsurance.com. Give us a call today. Stop by. We'd love to talk to you about your insurance. Give us a call today. It's Greg Gibson Insurance, helping you make the right call.
By 5 as Coach Fike comes up here, and Logan's going to give him his headset, and we'll get some of his thoughts on tonight's game. Real quick here before we sign off for the night. Coach Fike.
How we doing?
Well, we're here, brother. How about you?
I'm here.
What's
here in body.
What's your thoughts on tonight's game?
Well, toughness was a big key to the game, and we got out-toughed. We got out-toughed after they called the timeout. I'm not sure exactly what the score was, but they went on a big run at that time. And, the biggest key there for them was toughness. I thought 50-50 balls, they took control of those. Anything was loose or in any of our space, we just allowed them to totally invade it, and we allowed them to push us out of our areas, and we just weren't tough enough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we talked there at halftime. We were down by 23 at half, and one thing we kind of talked about was come out here in the second half. Let's see what happens, because we're going to face them down the road somewhere.
Right. Well, we told the kids to try to chip away, and then that's what you always want to talk to your kids about, and. You get on them, and then you're going to try to turn things around and try to look at some positives. And that's exactly what we said at the end of the game. Once we didn't necessarily chip away, but the second half was played even. So, that is one positive we can look at. We didn't go ahead and totally wilt and let it get up to 35 or 40. That has happened to us in the past at times. This team still. We've got some new pieces in playing in these kinds of games. So, like we said, if you get to play them once more or twice more, however many times you get to see them, we just want to make sure that we grow from this game.
Right. Yeah, there was a 3-possession stretch there in the second half that Arnold had 2 back tips in a row. One of them she was under the basket and actually made it completely under the opposite basket. And then, she got the next one, then she come down and she hit a 3. And I told Logan and everybody on the radio, I was like, that's the kind of stuff I think as a coach you probably want to see is that hustle.
Absolutely.
And, she hustled on those 3 possessions more than I'd seen anybody hustle.
Right. And that's what we know that she brings that to the table. And we've actually been on her a little bit lately because she hasn't been as aggressive as what she needs to be on both ends of the floor. I know a lot of people think aggressiveness necessarily, but she got to be aggressive on the offensive end as well. We told her at the end of the first half, she kind of took a drive, but she went east-west. I said, it's got to be a north-south drive. You got to be looking to get to the rim. And think aggressively. And, as this year goes on, she's going to get better for sure. And we know that we're always going to get that energy out of her for sure.
Right. Obviously not probably the result we wanted tonight, obviously. But, we'll look to rebound. Y'all got tomorrow?
Well, look, we got whipped tonight. But we don't have to have the weekend to think about it. Basically we get to come out again tomorrow and play basketball.
Sometimes that's the best medicine to rebound from.
Absolutely. these are all practices, as we say. Yeah, you want to get all these. You know, we as coaches and team players, you want to be greedy and get all these wins. But right now, we're still trying to learn and figure things out. Look, I was sick yesterday. I owned that to the kids. I was sick. I missed practice. You know, it doesn't happen very often. But you know, I was laid out when I was in bed during practice time. So I took ownership in that and told our kids, you know, I take responsibility. So the things that we didn't do well tonight, I'm going to try to make sure that we do better. Definitely, you know, starting tomorrow, and you know, we'll continue working on them.
Right, absolutely. Coach Fight, we appreciate you stopping by tonight. You know, sometimes it's not easy to talk about some stuff, but we can always count on you stopping by and giving us your thoughts, and we appreciate that.
Hey, you gotta take the good with the bad sometimes. You're in this business long enough, you're gonna have a little bad sometimes. So
you gotta take the bad and learn from it.
Learn from it, man. So that's all we can do. I appreciate you guys being here, all of you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in tonight, and good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Yep. All right, we'll take another 2-minute break and come back with our final thoughts as Lewis County falls here tonight to Russell 33-56, and you're listening to Lewis County Lady Lions basketball on WKKS 104.9 in Vanceburg, Kentucky.
We can dig it at Callahan Excavating. If you need drainage work, demolition work, mobile home lot preparation, pond cleaning, slip repairs, service line installation, parking lot or driveway work, or help with many other projects, contact Callahan Excavating at 606-225-0570. Callahan Excavating are proud supporters of local high school sports. With winter around the corner, it's time to tame or to remove those trees that could damage your property and cost you thousands of dollars in repairs. Don't wait until it's too late. Call the tree experts at Orcutt's Tree Service and Stump Removal at 606-356-8850 to schedule your free estimate. Orcutt's Tree Service and Stump Removal in Olive Hill, Kentucky are proud sponsors of local high school sports.
We all embark on times in our lives when we could use a little help. Whether you need support caring for a senior, an adult with a disability, a veteran, or a loved one recovering from surgery or other health events, First Light Home Care is here for you. When you choose First Light, you get more than a caregiver. Schedule a complimentary consultation by calling 606-393-0669 for companion care and personal care. First Light Home Care is here for you.
At James Do It Best Hardware, we are not just another hardware store. We are your hometown home improvement partners, offering personalized service to help you get the job done right the first time. We are also your local steel dealer. At James Do It Best Hardware, our people make the difference.
I love James Do It Best Hardware store.
James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street in Olive Hill, Kentucky.
When you shop Grayson Sporting Goods, you're supporting a great family-owned business with new owners and team sales. To celebrate, get all your high school gear, including high school spirit wear. Grayson Sporting Goods also does embroidery and vinyl transfers. Open Monday through Friday, 10 to 5, and Saturday, 10 to 3. Check with Grayson Sporting Goods for extended seasonal hours.
You've been watching another exciting high school basketball contest on the Cool Hit Sports Network and Cool TV. Tonight's game was brought to you by Clark's Pump and Shops of the Tri-State, River Cities Builders, A&A Porta Potties, Stoltz Pharmacy, Greg Gibson Insurance, Callahan Excavating, James Do It Best Hardware, Ashland Credit Union, Trace Hermanos Mexican Restaurant, Members Choice Credit Union, Ashland Community and Technical College, the Greenup Baptist Association, First and People's Bank, Kentucky Farmers Bank, Pure Country Automotive, Raceland Christian Church, Orcutt Tree Service, Gillum Drug, All That Blooms, Grayson Sporting Goods, Bowman's Auto and Collision Center, Eastside Kids Boutique, First Light Home Care, and Tyler's Pizza. This has been an exclusive sports presentation of the Cool Hit Sports Network and Cool TV.